echoing or anything.
Hey, it's J Hardcore Boxing News back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. Yeah, it's grown folks time. It's grown folks time, without a doubt, man. And you see my guy, hey Bruce, I can hear your background. All
That
right,
was
we got my guy Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, my guy?
hey, the old timers over here, man. I make sure I got my walker out and oil up my knees. Get ready, enjoying the process over here, brother.
Oh man, yes indeed, man. I even got some of my what was that? Bengay and all that. I'm ready, man. You dig?
Here we go.
But for sure, let's welcome who's already in the building right now. First of all, first person that's in the building was Drunk Irishman. Yes, indeed. And we know him from Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. But he a regular over here in the hangout now. So we salute him for sure. Then we got Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. in the building. What's up? She said, evening, family, friends. Tim Layton, Gregory Pratt, Justin James, Thomas Hill, Skywalker, Miss Joette, Ariana, Unheard of, Calvin, Kenny, GTD, Bad Girl Promotion, Senior, Smoothie Kane. And we got Shara Whitley in the building. She say, Miss Tanya, hey, Queen, blessed to you. Hey, Shara Whitley, I appreciate you. You sent me that big old can of that Bustelo coffee. Yes, indeed. I couldn't even wait. I was going to wait till the show stopped, but I done already cracked it open. Oh, yeah. I see what everybody been talking about. That's good coffee. Yes, indeed. That's good coffee, and I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. We got Tim Layton, my brother from another mother in the building, hashtag JBT. He said, salute Jay and the family and the OG panel. We got Mike Rim. He said, good evening, everybody. Okay, we got Justin James, hashtag JBT in the building. Say salute, Jay, peace and blessings. Yes, indeed. He salute back at you. Hey, listen here. I want to shout out to all my mighty voyeurs as well. You know who you are, the ones that like to watch. Salute to you for sure, without a doubt. Shout out to the Twitter crew. Shout out to the Instagram crew. Just shout out to Lottie Dottie and everybody that decided to show up for another hardcore party, man. Yes, indeed. With collaboration with my guy Bruce Gas, Jazz, and more. Yes, indeed. We're going to kick back, relax, and chillax and enjoy ourselves as we talk about boxing only the way we know how all the time. When we wake up, we think about boxing. All during the day, we think about boxing. When we go to sleep, we think about boxing. And then we spin the block and start it all over again. We just think about this beautiful sport all day long. And y'all wonder why I call them hardcore degenerates, man. Hey, pound for pound in the building. Pound for pound boxing talk, a youngster that already done been bit by that hardcore bug. Man, you dig it. He's a degenerate already, man. Yes, indeed. So salute to our pound for pound boxing for sure. Yes, indeed. Hey, salute to my guy Just Do Boxing, man. Had Shakur on his channel today, man. And ask Shakur some of the tough questions, and I appreciate that. Going at it in an unbiased approach. So salute to Just Do Boxing, always out there doing his thing for sure.
Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise, man. I was just trolling around and I saw it. I always go over to Just Do. I there and I saw Shakur up there with him. I said, "Holy shit! Look at this."
Yes, indeed, and that's a beautiful thing. How was your day today, man? How was your weekend? What you do this weekend?
Well, Friday, man, I was watching boxing from 12 noon until about 6 p.m. And then after that, I was talking about boxing. So Friday was pretty well sewed up, man. I mean, today was like summer. It was like a spring day out there. It was beautiful. The sun was shining. It was 50 degrees. I mean, I went for a walk with just a flannel shirt on. It was so nice out there. But I mean, we're here. We're talking boxing. I asked a couple of my friends to come on here tonight. Over 50, of course, and we'll see if they stop in, man. Us old guys, technology. That's our biggest problem. So
You ain't gotta tell me, bro. I totally understand when it comes to technology. Oh my goodness, it's good to have young kids around, man, to help you out. You better believe it. What do you thought about the fights this weekend? We had Zhang against Parker. We also had Ball against Vasquez, and we had Joshua against Ngannou, man. Which one did you enjoy the most?
I thought that whole card was just interesting. I mean, the time between the bouts were that was agonizing. That really tried the patience of a normal fan. But as far as the fights went, man, it went from one to the next. When I started watching it, I was watching Roman Fury. That's Tyson's younger brother, and there was a really good a featherweight bout in there, man. Like you said, all the names. Once I go to bed, the next morning I wake up and I gotta go look in my notes and these names. but the super welterweight title fight, the two Eastern Europeans, Macadua. I mean that was very entertaining. I thought Ball should have won the featherweight title fight. With
that's the question I was about to ask you too.
Yeah, I give it. I thought Ball just had a lot more determination, and it seemed like every time Vargas and him tied up, Vargas would end up on the canvas. He must have been sitting on there at least 10 times throughout the fight. It was crazy. But man, the action kept on coming, and I wasn't bummed out about anything on the card, man. Zhili Zhang, that was very, very entertaining. I thought Zhang was going to win, so I mean that threw my parlay to hell.
Right. He messed up a lot of bets. Something we thought was going to be a sure thing, and that's boxing for you, man. It always happens like that, man. The ones we just think is going to be a sure enough win end up not being that way, man. It always happens like that. You did, for sure.
I did.
Yeah, man. But it was a good fight, man. I like what Parker got going on, man. He is definitely resuscitating his career. You know what I mean? Hey, 2 back-to-back wins, man. One against the Wilder, and then turn right back around and then do it against Zhang. That speaks volume, man. I mean, shout out New Zealand, man. Like I say, they might make him the president of New Zealand next, man.
Senior, salute my brother, Norris of Loxley. I got a few of them coming in here, man. We keep it going till we get a full house, man. Standing room only.
Yeah, I know that's right. But let me tell you something.
And show your ID at the door if you're going to come on the panel. You got to be 50 or better.
Yes, indeed. And one thing, man, I believe, man, I'm like with Jesus on this one. If 2 or more are gathered in the name of boxing, hey, I'm down for it, Jack. You know what I mean? I'm ready to talk boxing no matter what, man. I just need just one person that can talk it with me, and I'm good. You did? You know what I'm saying?
You know how many people avoid me because that's all I do is talk boxing?
You ain't got to tell me. I already know, Jack. Hey, I got to the point where I wouldn't have conversations about boxing the casuals. I won't set myself up like that no more, man. Because every time I end up being pissed off that I started the conversation with them, man. And then they say something that just totally pisses me off. You let me know that they absolutely know nothing about boxing. And, then I'm like, I shut down. Man. So yeah, I try not to have those conversations anymore, man. If they're not a hardcore man or damn near like watching boxing, I try not to get in the conversation.
Mm. The funny thing is, I walk around sometimes looking like a boxing billboard. I got my boxing T-shirt on, and even my hat. Roots of Fight. But some people bring up the conversation to me, especially when we got new people. When I meet new people, young people, and it's funny because they bring up the names like Ryan and Jake Paul. But that's like a gateway, because that's bringing new fans into the game, and they're going to be exposed, because these people they'd never be exposed to boxing any other way. So I'm kind of I kind of almost like to start the conversation. Then Ryan and Tank, that was a big subject of the last few months. And I found a lot of young people who are just Ryan followers. Now they're a little more aware of boxing and what else is going on. And I first thing I tell them, I say, hey, you on YouTube? Oh shit, yeah, I'm on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. Well, you make sure you go to Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. In fact, pull your phone out. We're gonna sub you to that right now. And that's education. That's your registration to Education 101. So bango. If we can get new fans in, man, because what's gonna happen is, Jay, and my brother George, man, salute, bro. Oh, we're gonna die, and there ain't gonna be no more boxing fans. So we have to spread the word, bro. Just like the Christians, bro. We have to get the word out there, bring in new fans, let them know that this is the coolest sport in the world, man. And you got to jump on that train. You don't want to wait till it's too late, man. Get with it, man. Get with the program. This is it, man. I mean, if you're a UFC fan, you saw this weekend what boxing does to UFC, brother.
Hey, you know what, Bruce? I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Right there, you're showing me patience, man. Because I tell you, man, I shut down when it comes to casuals. Wow, look who is about to come in the building. Lord have mercy. We got royalty in the building, y'all.
hey, that's my brother. That's my brother, Terrible Tim Witherspoon, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Hey, Timmy, what's happening?
Wow.
Hold on. See, try to get it.
We hear you.
I'm trying to get it on this, but I couldn't get it done. I got a couple, and I got to keep this charged up. Yo, I can't. I got to put my glasses on, man.
Tim, I want you to meet my friend, Hardcore Boxing, up there, bro. Hardcore. Get him with a spoon.
How you doing, Tim?
This is George Hansen Jr., bro, the Pope of Pugilism, man. You're in the right place, my brother. Thanks for coming by, bro.
Yo, George Hansen, that's my man.
Yo, Jay.
Yeah.
Is that George?
I gotta tell you,
Jay, hey, what's
Jay,
up?
I gotta say this. Jay, I was the youngest guy in the gym over the arena, and Tim was there, man. I used to watch him and his brother every day. We all watched him ascend to the heavyweight championship, right? And I have to say this about Tim. From the day I met him, same guy, man. Nicest human being on God's planet.
Thank you, brother. No, you the nicest.
Tim,
don't
I was just a little guy. I wanted to carry 10 bags, man. Tim was the man.
No, you would have, man. You had it going. You was always had energy, always moving around, always friendly to everybody. I put my glasses on, realized it was you. What's up, man?
Yeah,
what you been doing?
God, man. Tim's a man. And I gotta say this, Tim. I've seen guys over the years win titles, and now you got to call their publicists, and you got to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
When they say you're truly a man of the people, same thing they say about Ali, the same thing I can say about you.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much. Thank you. my mom to be proud of me and everybody. That's all. I look funny with these glasses on. Thank you. I didn't realize
Jay,
that was you, man. I had glasses on, and I just started wearing these glasses. I've been wearing them for a long, but I don't know. It got worse. Larry, I tried to put it on this here, and I can't get that to work. You know,
Hey,
so
Tim.
it's good. It's good to be on. I'm trying to get my podcast. I'm trying to get it started, Bruce. I'm trying to look. You know, we got the Raiders of Boxing coming back. You know, it was the Circle of Legends, but the Raiders of Boxing was all the boxers that rebelled against Don King. I think I did it on George show one time, or we did the interview, and all of them. They shot the camp up. They wrecked the camp. And so when we was doing the other podcast, I always wanted to do that. I don't want to forget about nobody. All the Alfonso Ratliff, David Bay, you know all those names. We all
Yep.
rebelled. We rebelled against Don King. So I just didn't want to leave nothing behind. Suppose we do all right. I want everybody to be involved in it, you know. So Bryant wanted the Circle of Legends. I wanted to bring. I don't want to forget about nobody, and that's really was in my heart.
I got a memory for you. It happened 45 was it 45 years ago from yesterday. Some guy named Tim Witherspoon, he beat Greg Page and won the vacant WBC heavyweight championship of the world. You
Real
remember
quick.
that?
Yeah, real quick. And at that
time, anniversary, man, 1983, I believe it was.
Yep, and real quick, at that time, Don King just cared. I'm cool with Don. It's over. I'm on with my life. I'm two-time heavyweight champ. But we could talk about stuff. You know, either one of us, you know, we had trouble with Don. Don didn't really care about us. A man named Tyson was in the background. So, you know, I didn't really, I trained, but I could have trained, when I look back, I could have trained harder. And mentally, I was like, man, I know I ain't going to get paid. So was Greg Page. So we got in that fight and we did the best we can, you know, and I got the title. We was under a lot of pressure, though. It was under a lot of pressure. A lot of stuff was going on. Mike
Tyson was right around the corner, nipping at the heels, too.
Yeah, he was waiting. And Don, we knew Don was trying to get him. We know George know all about that. We knew he was. He let us know. He got us in the camp. We was all in the camp, all of us. Mitch Blood Green, everybody. We in the camp. We in the camp and in the gym, and he sat us all. No, we was out in front of the where we eat our dinner, our breakfast and stuff. In front of where Lana Shabazz cook all the food. We was out in front of there, and he said, "Look, man, there's this kid Tyson coming. Nobody heard of him. I think Blood Green heard of him, but I never heard of him." And everybody else was like, "Who was that?" We found out later. We found out. Yeah, so he was just grooming us for Tyson. He finally got Tyson. His dream came true, and that's how everything went. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
First of all, Tim, I want to just welcome you, man, because you done fought everybody, man. You know, you never turned down no fights. You was always ready to rumble. You're two-time world champ, man. And I just salute you and I appreciate you. And it's an honor to have you in the hangout today. Thank you.
Defense had a lot to do with that. That's success too, because I had a good trainer, George Slim Robinson, and taught me not just only offense, he taught me defense too. And that's what these young boxers don't have today. Now that wrestler, that kickboxer, if they didn't rush him, money was involved. That's why they rushed him. They didn't care about him. They probably did or not. But if they would have let him wait a couple of fights, he would have did a lot better with Anthony Joshua. Neither one of them had defense. If you watch all the top heavyweights during this era, every one of them hit the canvas. They lacking defense now. Everybody, they lacking defense. When I was training, they taught you both. So I know both. I know how to block and counter off of that. Anthony Joshua don't. There's a lot. Now y'all look at it. How many guys went down in the top 10 that's visible that everybody know? Check them out. They all went down on that canvas. But go back when we was fighting, not too many of us went down. The trainers they taught you defense and offense. You know, put their hand in front of your face and block that jab, block them through a hook, slip. You don't see them slipping. And I think they need to try to reach out and get some of these old young guys like me back in the ring. I don't want to be in the corner. I just be in your camp. I just be in your camp because I know. Look, I was heavyweight champ, and people love me and I love them. So we got to get them to love the new boxers. They know me. Oh, that's Tim, the 2-time heavy champ. Something that I never thought I was going to get up to be 2-time champ. But my interest was to help the boxer. They know I'm Tim Witherspoon. I don't want to get in the ring. I even offered Anthony, Joshua, all of them. I said, I don't want to be in the corner. Let me be in your camp. George knew I had a real good, really good. Slim Robinson.
Now you're right.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
You're absolutely right, man. And if people look at it, how you used to block shots and what Slim used to work with you on, man.
Accord.
You're absolutely right. And listening to you today, right? We know you have great defense. Just listening to you speak today, we know you have.
Hold up now. Do be forgetting now. I'll be 67. Ain't that something? Don't time fly? Y'all guys, when you turn 40, you better start doing something. Because I was 43 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast.
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast it went. When I got to 40, I said, oh man, I got some more time. Bam! 55 was just last week. I'm like, now I'll be 67. George, you remember when I was in my 30s, right?
Yeah, Tim, I gotta say this, man. There's such thing as people who are vampires, so we always thought you were a vampire. Well, we see you, and Tim doesn't age, and he stayed the same weight, looking like
he looks good. He looks good, man. He looks good. Sure.
Can you get some girls to tell me that? I'm single, man. I'm single.
The girls are where you, dog. Who are you kidding, man? You know they're calling you up every night. They hit you up on the shows. A lot of girls.
Now you know that my kids is number one, and I'll be making sure Shania don't do the wrong thing. My daughter that I went over to England and got. I went over to England, went to court. I fought for a little bit. Her mom just said, "Look, I know I'll let her go with Timmy. He'll make sure she's all right." But the courts even called everywhere. They called my kids. They called about 430 people, and I passed with flying colors. So they let me bring her home from England. Her name is Shania. Her mother gave her name. Shania Isabella Grace. London is her mom's last name, and my name is Witherspoon. And I'm just working with her. And plus, that helped me get out of trouble from with people that wanted to go partying. I got more kids too, and I used the kids so I don't have to go out. So, oh, my daughter's sick, I can't do it this time, or stuff like that. But because it ruined me, I had a lot of money before, and they don't mean no harm. You know, they didn't really mean no harm. They just want to have fun. And you're going to mess up if you don't get control of things. So once I start using my kids as a with decoy, things start working. As a matter of fact, not that many people came to this house that I'm in now. In the last 3 years, only like about, I think, 3 or 4 people been here. Yeah, and it's cool. But I'm going to bust out and start having fun though. But I had to have a period where I just got to regroup, and everything wasn't going right. I messed up the Don King money, the lawsuit money. People was coming from everywhere. Now I'm happy. I don't have that money like I do, and I'm happy as hell with the kids and stuff. But we got to build up though. Get on these podcasts.
You got that knowledge, Tim, and you can pass that knowledge on. We were just talking about that before you came in. You have so many years, and Slim Jim Robinson gave you so many gifts, man. You can give those to other fighters. They're not taking advantage of that, Will. You know, I don't know what to say.
Real quick. I'm gonna talk real quick. You know, the management and the management and promoters has a lot to do with that. When I was coming up, a lot of the promoters and managers step to you if they didn't see the boxer performing good. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, some of the, like Dennis Rappaport would come in the gym. He was Jerry Cooney's promoter and manager. Then he went on to become my promoter and stuff. And he treated me like king, but I was abused. I didn't know how to adjust. Oh, this man taking care of me. I won some good fights, and then I just, you know, from the past, I was abused, and then I really apologized to him too, because I won some good fights with him. We made some good money, and we made good money, and but when I went to him, I was a piece of crap then, not a crap, but after leaving Don King. So wait a minute, I forgot what we was talking about.
It's okay.
Whatever you want to talk about, champ.
No, I'm just saying, Dennis Rappaport, who had Cooney, he was really down to earth. He had sparring partners for me. He had the money. If I needed money, after I won a fight, he had a $50,000 bonus for me, and I said, no, get buy my kid's mother. Her name is Tammy. I said, buy her a car. They bought her a car with the money that the bonus money, and then he gave me another bonus. This is how the boxers should be treated when they do good and work hard. Try to work out something. Give them a little crumbs on the side or something like that. I don't know if the other boxers do, but Dennis did. But I didn't realize, because I was abused. You know, I started out with Mark Stewart, right? And Dr. Larry Levin, he got busted for if you guys type in Larry Levin, Dr. Snow, he was my first manager, promoter, manager and stuff. And me, Bernard Hopkins' uncle, Artie McLeod, he had gray eyes. He was a bad boy. I'm telling you, Bernard Hopkins, he was bad. So we was all under Mark Stewart. And Larry Levin and them, when we used to walk into the office in Center City, Philadelphia, we used to see everybody doing this with their nose. You know, we walk in there to talk to the secretary and everybody. Yeah, and then later on, they got busted for selling. He was a dentist. His name was Larry Levin, if you type it in, and that's when everything went downhill. We had to go with Don King. My brother Anthony was with me, was with us. Sterling Quick, Artie McLeod, who's Bernard Hopkins' uncle. We had a good team, and we went to Don. Everything broke down when we went to Don. My brother Anthony didn't go though. Anthony was like 13-0 with 13 knockouts, and then we went to Don. He lost. He started losing. So we had a manager, Mark Stewart, who told us he was going to make Don King pay. This is what he was saying to us. I didn't even know who Don, in a way, a little bit was. So that was our goal. And then they got busted. Everything went downhill. And then when I got to Dennis Rappaport, I didn't know how to, because messing with Don King, being with Don King, and up and down. I went up and down with Dennis, and he was truly invested. He wanted to be, take care of us. And then after a while, I was like, oh, but you know what I did? I went and apologized to him after my career was over, even a little bit after it was over with him. I told him I was sorry, man. I said, I'm really sorry, man. I look back and I see all the mistakes that I made, and I can see 100% that he was behind me. So I do feel I apologize to him. I swear I apologize to him. But I did do good. We did make money. We made money, but I could have did better. When I look back, I said, man. Then I thought about it, man. I think I was still thinking about
it. If you were fighting today, you'd clean the clocks of these people that walk around with heavyweight title belts, and you'd make that money that you deserve. But hey, you did what you did. It's gone now, but you're not bitter. I mean, it's amazing.
I love everybody, man.
If I had the money that this man made and I lost it, I'd be banging my head against the wall. This guy walks around with a smile on his face. He's in the gym every day. I mean, he could be fighting a Legends exhibition like James Toney and Razor Ruddock did a few weeks ago.
I got good friends like George and that he talked to me all the time. George's. When I looked at it, I said, "That's George." You know, he's a really good people. You know, all you got to do is love yourself. I used to say this before, but I haven't said it before. You got to love yourself before you love anything else. And if you love yourself, I'm sure you'll start spreading that love. And so that's what I started doing in the last 2 years. I think I was loving everybody in before that, but that's what you got to do, man. You got to put your kids first and try to do the right things. And now we're going to try to make some money, guys. Let's try to make some money, okay?
All right.
But you want to talk about Anthony Joshua?
Now, I have a question to ask you,
Go ahead.
Do you remember the greatest sparring session ever between Artie Moose McLeod and James Schuler, where they everybody stood at ringside where they tried to kill each other?
I was there. I wonder about...
You were there, man. It was Artie Moose McLeod, and they had to stop it after 2 rounds.
That's Bernard Hopkins' uncle. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Black Gold Schuler?
Yeah,
Yes.
Black Gold Schuler. We was in the... Yep, go ahead, George.
In the gym that day.
Artie was Slim. Had Artie.
Yeah.
How come they wanted to kill each other?
Nah, it was such an intense. They got along, but the gym it's a Philly sparring session, and everybody it sounded like shotguns were going off. So all of the little kids and all of us were hitting the bag. We stopped and we ran to ringside, and they were talking to each other while trying to kill each other.
That's how they do.
Artie was like, "Is that all you? Is that all you got? You can't do anything better." Then they were throwing bombs. They stopped it, I think, after 2 rounds.
And you didn't have on knees back then, George. If you had on knees back then, you could share it with all of us, and you'd get the royalties on it.
Yo, Artie could fight, though.
That sparring session.
You shared it on tape, right?
I don't have it. It was the greatest 2 or... I don't know if he made it to 3 rounds, but they had to stop it. It sounded like shotguns were going off.
And Artie don't know how to back off. See, Artie don't know how to back off because when we was sparring, we was up at Ali's camp. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I had a sore chest, right? And Slim was like, Tim, if your chest is hurting, you could take off today. I don't know what I was doing, but this right there was hurting like the bone. And so I let Artie know. So I was sparring Artie. I was sparring Artie too, right? and I love Artie, right? So we were sparring. I said, Artie, just stay with my chest. But Artie, I think he was mad at something the night before. See, we was banging. He hit me in the chest a couple of times. And he was banging me. I'm telling you, he's a middleweight, and he didn't care. He kept coming. He kept coming, slipping and moving. Not like Bernard, laid back casual sometimes, bang, bang. Artie come at you. Artie come at you. And then he hit me the 3rd time, and then I put my hand out and said, boom. He went right back, and he's looking at the ceiling. But then he got up, and he wanted to do some more. And Slim said, no. He said, no. He said, no. He said, no, get out, Artie, get out. But he kept coming. He would not stop. Then he was deliberately hitting me there. But no, I love him. That's my man. We all family. It was really good time then.
All righty. Well, listen here, man. I appreciate everybody, man. But let's get to the topic of the day, y'all. We got some fights coming up March the 30th. And I am very interested in getting you all's opinion on these 2 fights. We got Rolly's going to be fighting Isaac Cruz. And we also got Keith Thurman, and he's going to be fighting Costa Zoo. And I just want to get the expert's opinion on how these fights are going to go down. Anybody can start. It doesn't make a difference who starts first.
No, you go ahead. Only thing I can really say, I don't know the first 2 names, but I do know the second 2, and that they've been off for a while. So you'll be interested in it and happy about the Casa Du fight, but we didn't see them in a while. So everybody probably looking forward to seeing the other 2 names. Costa Du and
not
his son. This is his son, Tenzu.
Whoa!
You're the only guy that drinks the fountain of youth, man. Costas doesn't have that fountain of youth, man. This is his son, Tim.
Whoa! I'm sorry. Go ahead. Y'all know more than me. I
that's
gotta follow you. Y'all gotta follow. I gotta follow you guys because I haven't been keeping up with the Joneses with the days.
You know how you're saying yesterday you were 40? That's the way it is in this world, man. These kids are fighting. The fight is kids. The fight is grandkids. I mean, it's
Wow. Costadou's son is fighting.
He's a world champion already.
He is. What weight class?
Super welterweight, 154.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I got.
And he's fighting. He's fighting Keith Thurman. You know Keith Thurman.
Yeah. I know. Yep. Keith Thurman. Yep. Throw a lot of punches. I know.
They got a big card coming up. Big PBC card coming up. I think there's like 4 title fights on the card. It's huge, man. It's Al Heyman's almost like his last hurrah, maybe. I don't know, but it's a big fight. I think all his champions are involved in it. We're gonna be watching it for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Hey, Bruce, go ahead and start off then.
Well, I'll tell you, man. The main event, Kim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. Like I said, man, I'm looking at this fight like it's Al Heyman's going out of business sale, like a fire sale. First of all, he's got Keith Thurman on contract, so he's going to pay Keith Thurman. He's been looking for a fight for him. He hasn't found the fight. This is a perfect way to cash in on him. Let Keith make some big money. Let PBC make some money, and he's also going to get Keith Thurman off the payroll if things don't work out for him, which is what we expect.
Yeah, so he's fighting Castledew. He's fighting Castledew's son, right?
Yes.
So he's really the opponent. He's not expected to win. He's not expected to win.
No. He didn't like body punches in his prime, and now he hasn't fought in almost three and a half years or something like that. He's been on a long time. So
he was trying to get a fight with somebody. Who was that? He was trying to get a fight with.
He's trying to get a fight with everybody.
He was trying to fight Spence. He was trying to fight Earl Spence.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that, like I said, I think that fight's giving Keith Thurman his last hurrah, and I think Tim Tszyu is going to chop him in half with body punches because
his name is Tim.
Thurman didn't like body punches in his prime. I don't think he's going to like him now.
His name is Tim.
Yes, sir, man. He's probably named after you.
Whoa, okay.
Terrible Tim, you call him.
I haven't been over where he lived at, so there wasn't
there's so much going on in boxing, man. You got to be a computer to keep up with everything that's happening today.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So that should be an exciting fight.
It should be. We're looking forward to it. It's not for the belt though. That's the only thing that I didn't like about it. Is that he's fighting the champion, but yet he's not fighting for the belt. So
well, that's the same. That's pretty much the same thing with Nagano when he fought Tyson Fury. That wasn't for the world title, was it?
No.
And this is the same thing because the federations aren't recognizing they're not recognizing Thurman as a legitimate contender because he hasn't done anything in a long time. So, in this day and age,
that's what I was going to say.
Nobody cares about belts anyway. They just want to make big name fights and get the money. Belts, Tim, you got 2 of the classic belts, the biggest belts in the world, WBA and WBC heavyweight title. I see it right behind your shoulder right there. Today, nobody wants their trinkets, man. They just want the big money fights. That's the way I see it.
Yes, yeah, and we the former guys got to try to change that and try to get involved more, so people could, so boxers can really feel that these belts and these accomplishments mean something. So you're saying like they just getting it's the money now, it's the money and everything. And that's they losing the feeling about the accomplishment with working hard, getting the belts, getting this and that, and so the 5-6 million or 20 million means more than that belt, which is okay, but but you gotta back that belt up though. Back the belt up and say this is the belt that I won, all that type of stuff. That does mean something to me.
Well, it should, but this is boxing today. It's a different sport than when we grew up, Tim. And all us OGs up here. It's almost like it's an alien world to me.
No doubt. Hey,
Yep,
George.
yep.
Yeah.
Hey, George. Tell me what you got on these fights coming up on March 30th. What do you think?
I think if you look at the logically, based on Keith Thurman been off, he got married. The last fight, he had his wife braiding his hair and walking him to the ring. Based on all those optics, you're not going to pick him against Tim Tszyu and inactivity. But I'll tell you this, I have a weird feeling that Keith Thurman realizes that his back is against the wall. And I believe he's going to win.
Okay.
I looked into my crystal ball.
You can make some.
I think Thurman's going to win this fight. If you were, the wise money's going to be on Tszyu. But I just believe Thurman's going to win. So let me go out on the limb and say he's going to stop him in the 9th or the 10th round.
Ooh.
But I don't think. Would you think they would? There's a reason why they taking the fight. That they sure that Costa Tim Tszyu could win.
No, I think they're taking the fight.
That's a gamble, huh?
Thurman needs a fight, and
okay,
Tim Tszyu is going to take the fight because Thurman hasn't fought in a while. So
okay,
and he's moving up a weight class, so it's a logical fight for him.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense.
Thurman's going to win because his back is against the wall. He can punch, and this is it for him. Not really, this is it for him. He has to get over this big challenge to make more money.
Nice. What about Isaac Cruz and Rolly Romero, George?
Well, you know, I'm a big Rolly fan. You know, with Rolly, how can I say with Rolly? He's entertaining, but he can punch, and he's very awkward. So I'm going with Rolly.
Going with Rolly, okay.
Very awkward, and he can punch.
Man, I'll tell you, George.
And he throws punches from very strange angles. And you got
George, if you hit the daily double on those two bets.
Neighborhood one night, right? Who do I take with me? Isaac Cruz or Rolly? I'm taking Rolly.
You place those bets. What a daily double that would be, man. You get rich on those two bets.
Yes. So yeah. I like Rolly. He's great for boxing.
Okay. Hey, Brother Umar, what you got for me? What you got
Umar.
for me?
How y'all doing, man?
All right.
Well, I like Pitbull, and I like Tszyu. Neither one I'm gonna go over 8 rounds.
Ooh, we got some dissension here.
Uh-oh.
And I don't make too many mistakes when I'm calling.
Oh, tell us why. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Well, we can make some money. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Tell us why, brother Umar.
One thing, my boy been off too long. Keith Thurman's been off too long.
Yeah.
That's why they picked him. You know, he'd be a good fight for him, but he's not gonna win. It ain't gonna go no more than 8. And for Pitbull is gonna run Rolly out the ring. He's gonna run him out the ring, man. That fight might end in 7. It ain't going no more. It will go no more than 8 rounds.
So you feel the
okay.
skills gonna pay the bills against Rolly versus Pitbull.
That's right. Because Pitbull gonna throw straight punches, gonna beat that body up, and he gonna stay on. And Rolly can't handle pressure like that. He need room, and he don't know how to make room. That's how Tank got him out.
That's a lot of boxers lacking defense nowadays, and that gives you a lot of confidence when you know a boxer can't hit you unless you make a mistake. So that's a lot of that going around today. When I was fighting, hey, you had defense. The old timers, they depended on defense too and offense. Now everybody just throwing punches.
Yeah, but sometimes the best defense is offense at times.
Well, when the person say that, they don't know how to. I'm not disrespecting you. When a person or trainer say that, that means they don't know how to teach you defense, and that's a defect. My trainer. Wait a minute. I'm not disrespecting you. My trainer told me this. He said I can teach you defense and offense, and I can take you to 10 other trainers. They all offense, and they can teach you just a little bit of defense. And when they tell you your best defense is your offense, that means that they can't teach you defense. But that makes a lot of sense.
I'm with you on that. That. But a lot of times, right? If you don't give a chance, you don't have the chance to use your defense, even though you use your offense. Most old school guys, man, had like you said, had offense and defense.
But you don't have a chance to use it if nobody teach you it. But if you got taught it, you would definitely use it. It's just like offense. If somebody show you how to throw an overhand right or left hook right hand, and they do defense, you're going to do the same thing. When you get in there and somebody throw that right hand left hook, you'll know how to block it. So you got to get taught it. You got to get taught that.
I understand that, but I'm saying if your offense is working, you don't have to worry about defense. But defense. You can defend. What I am saying is this: if he get on him and he's throwing them punches and he's connecting, and this guy don't have defense that's getting hit, he's going to win.
But nowadays, a lot of the boxers lack defense, and you can't tell because they really good offense. They're really good offense, and you can't tell, and they won't get hit. Maybe one time during the fight, a couple of times during the fight, because they're so good at offense, you might see them get caught with something, but they would get exposed down the line when it's really a really tough opponent. Then they'll really get exposed. But a guy like me, I can see it right from the very beginning. If your defense is pretty good, or if you got on the level. So I was always taught that by the old timers, and they told me about that. When you hear somebody say that, I'm not talking about you. They can't teach defense. I never say your best defense is your offense when I'm teaching somebody, because I teach both of them.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. But I'm just saying, whoever gets off first, a lot of times don't even have to worry about defense. They got him out of there.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. I went through that issue, not the issue, but the conversation that a million times, and talking to people, and like when I teach them both, and countering. And the reason why you want to teach defense, because you counter off of that. You catch the punch and throw back is a part of the whole deal. And there's a lot of boxers today, they just all offense.
But I'm saying I'm with you on that. But I'm saying
I know. I just was speaking out in general. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Bernard, what's up, Bernard?
Hey everybody, how y'all guys doing today? I'm enjoying listening as always.
Is that Bernard Hopkins?
No, Bernard.
No.
I know. Oh, okay. Okay, we got some good stuff going on here. Okay, you get that belt. You want the belt?
The first time I came here, for a second, Bernard, I thought you were Bernard Hopkins too, man. I had to look Hackett. Oh shit.
Oh no, I know Bernard. We was in camp together. I know Bernard. I was just.
Well, bro, I had brothers. They look alike to me, bro. I thought I was B-Hop right there.
Yeah, I was just playing with him.
He has a son that fights. His son can get down.
Oh.
Yeah, Jaleel Hackett.
Okay.
And he's fighting at 147.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He can burn too, and he come up Philly and get that good sparring too.
Hey Tim, I remember you when Anthony fought Reggie Gross down here in Baltimore, man.
My brother.
Yeah. I remember when he fought Reggie Gross down here in Baltimore.
Wait a minute, I wasn't there. Was you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. So when he stopped, I remember that. Did he stop him, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because Anthony could punch. I hate the boxing, man. He older than me by 3 years. Yeah, then I got a brother older than him. Yeah, Anthony I used to hate to spar on him. I was glad he went. I'm glad he split and went with these other people, and I went with Don King. I was glad. I'm serious, man. He hit hard, and he was a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Hey,
Reggie
Bernard.
Goose, I remember Reggie. Huh?
Hey, Bernard Hackett. So we're looking at March 30th, and would like to get your opinion on the two fights. We got Rolly Romero against Isaac Cruz, and we got Keith Thurman going against Tim Tszyu. Give me what you got on that.
I think if Keith can stay away from getting hit with a body shot, that he has a chance of winning it as a boxing match. I think Keith is a better overall boxer than Tim Tszyu. So I'm going to lean with him on the boxing. And then I think that Keith still has enough power to make Tim Tszyu have to respect him, and he doesn't come in there wild and reckless. And if Tim can't get close enough to land big body shots or get Keith caught up in an exchange, I think Keith can walk out with a 12-round decision.
I got to check them boxers out. I didn't see them yet. I didn't see them.
How about Rolly and Isaac Cruz?
Man, I like Rolly. I like Rolly. I think that if you look at him down the tape or down the line, it'll come down to Rolly is a little bigger. Rolly does want to press. The height can play to his advantage. I think he switched coaches, so maybe having a new perspective on things will make him at least attempt to box more instead of make it just an exchange of power. And if he can box and he can box adequate, then I think he has a chance. If they both do what they normally do, it's going to come down to who land the big shot.
Okay, all right. That's what's up. Hey, I had a guy that had a question. He was like, Jay, can you make sure you ask this question? And his question was, he wanted it to the trainers. He said, when you have a fighter and they're fighting and the referee is letting low blows and things of that nature, what do you all tell your fighter?
It all depends on who's doing the low blows.
Let's say the other guy's doing the low blows against your guy.
Yeah, hit him like that.
Wait a minute. So if somebody keep hitting you low, only thing you could do is just tell the ref. Because if you hit low, he might cut. So I'm just saying, you never know what people do before they get in that ring. If somebody getting money from somebody or if somebody favors somebody, so you got to watch it when you're out there with the judge. So if you hit him back, you might do something he wants you to do.
Tim, you fought Andrew Galata, right?
I told him.
Andrew Galata was the king of the low blows. Did you?
I told him before. I tried to use psychology before the fight, and like a couple of days before, when we like sized up, I was like, "Look, man, I know you're a good brother. I know you didn't mean to." I use psychology. I said, "I know you didn't mean to hit Reddick bow like that, and maybe he did something wrong to you, and you hit him low like that. And I'm saying, look, man, I know you're a good brother, man, but let's just try to keep that. I did this before the fight. He was in Poland. I talked to him and I said, yo, man, let's win let's do it. And he didn't do it. He didn't do fight dirty or anything. And they had the wrong plan. They had the wrong plan real quick. Their plan was I wasn't even in really good shape because they came to my house about 30 days before the fight. So before I knew I was going to fight him, it was like 30 days. And all I did was run and stuff. So when I got there, I told him, I said, look, man, I ain't no bad dude, man. You don't have to hit me low or nothing. And he didn't hit me low through the whole, he didn't, but he was strong.
If he did, would you have returned fire in that direction or what? You hit him all back?
I know. I would have told the referee. I'm not going to hit him back. I'm not going to hit him back. And this thing, unless, if you keep on doing it and ref don't do nothing, then it's going to be a rumble. But he didn't hit me at all. And they were stupid. They kept saying to him, they said to him, we found out what his plan was. Every time overhand, wait a minute, that overhand, every time I get ready to let that go, right, he stepped back. And I wasn't in shape. Just said, when we found out that was their plan, every time I go like that, they told him to step back. So I was doing that during the fight. He don't know that he could have won by maybe a TKO because I wasn't in shape. But I had a good defense. I think I would have went through the whole thing 10 rounds. So he kept stepping back. We found out they planned later. And I wonder why he keeps stepping back. Big and strong dude. Every time I go like they step back. And he won it on the decision. And then we found out later that was their plan. Andrew Galata. Yep.
Brother Umar, what do you do when your fighter keep getting hit with a low punch, man, and the ref ain't doing nothing? What do you
I go beat up the other guy trainer.
I don't think the ref is going to let him keep doing that. I don't think the ref is going to let him keep doing it.
No, I would.
It happened the other night.
Yeah, I would holler at the ref. I would holler at the ref. Say, hey, ref, watch some blows, man. Watch some blows to make him aware.
Right. Something going on if that ref don't take a point. Somebody made a deal outside that ring.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's so visible, why the judges ain't talk to the ref? If it's visible and he did it deliberately, somebody should have got up there and said, hey, so somebody's in on something.
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
What would you do, George?
It depends on how you prepare for a fight. A lot of people don't train for adversity and things that are going to be dirty. We don't.
Okay.
We expect it. So it's something you got to work on with your fight. If this happened, this is what we're going to do. Me personally, you can tell whether a ref is biased or not. And referees have opinions just like judges. So if a referee's doing that, I'm not going to tell the fighter to blatantly go out there and hit somebody in the cup and then get disqualified. Then the ref will say, oh, I didn't see that. But I would have trained my fighter to know what to do on the inside. Hit him in the throat, hit him on the hips, step on his foot. You get my point? You got to teach your fighters some, how can I say, how to retaliate when things will happen without being seen. And the master that with Bernard Hopkins. You can hit a fight in the cup. Make sure the ref is on the blind side. You can hit him in the throat. Make sure the ref on the blind side. You can step on his foot and push him backwards and hit him with a left foot. Make sure the ref is on the blind side. So these are things you have to work on in the gym. And you shouldn't be shocked if you're a professional trainer and you go out and the ref is biased. If you're shocked by that, that's like me showing up to a KKK rally and wonder why they stringing me up.
Okay.
I'm saying there are things you have to work on in the gym, and you should never be shocked as a trainer by anything that happened in the ring.
That's right.
Judges are biased, not judges, referees. there's some referees who are biased. Not everybody, follow the rules. We have some great referees. Don't get me wrong.
Somebody's TV is loud. Can somebody turn their TV down? I can hear their TV.
Oh,
somebody's TV is loud. I think it's Tim's TV.
Mine's is real low, but I'll turn it down. I can't barely hear it. Hold on.
Bernard. All right, Bernard. What do you do?
Here we go.
Somebody keep hitting your son, man. Low. What do you do?
For me, it depends on the situation of the fight. If my son in a good groove and he's rolling along and he has things going his way, if he's not making the issue of it, then I'm not gonna make an issue of it. Because I think if he's in his groove and it's not something that's the low blow intentionally is used to get you off your square, buy a little time for the other guy. It's a defensive move as opposed to an offensive move. So if my son has a good rhythm going, I'm not going to tell him, hey, the guy hit you low, go back and get it back. Because now I done changed his focus on the rhythm that he's in to looking to retaliate for a shot. So if that's the situation, we're going to stick to the game plan. If the game plan is working and they have to resort to low blows, we're not going to deviate from the plan because the plan is working. He had to deviate from his plan if he's resorting to low blows. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Now, if my son is on the other end and it's starting to affect him to the point where he's coming off his square, first thing I'm saying is, hey, is it the shot that's getting you, or is it what's going on? If he's telling me it's the shot, then we got to play the even game. We got to slow this thing back out. So we looking for that bowling ball uppercut. We try, but if he got a good groove going and his groove is in place, I think any fighter that I seen got a good groove going on for the most part, they gonna play it through because they haven't got thrown off their square. Sometimes we help throw them off the square if we making an issue about it and my fighter not making the issue about it.
Great point. Great points from everybody. All right, the next question I want to ask you all, we're going back to the heavyweight division. And I'd really like to get you all's opinion. Who you feel is the best heavyweight in the world right now? Anybody can answer.
He haven't been born yet.
All right now, in this era, right now, actually fighting, out of the guys that are fighting, who would you consider is the best out there right now?
I think it's a fight for that. I think it's a fight for that award. Because like I said before, each and every one of those guys went down several times when they fought. I don't think you have any of those top 10 that stayed up on their feet. A lot of them had good performance. So I think that it's thrown up. I don't, this thrown up. We'll see after a couple more, whoever, like Anthony Joshua fight, Tyson Fury. We'll see who's the best. But right now, I think they're all on the same level.
Nobody's
my opinion. Yeah. That's all.
I can throw my 2 cents in on this subject, man. I think it's another week we're going to have the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. But is the winner of that going to be considered the absolute number 1 heavyweight in the world? Because last night, 2 nights ago, we saw Anthony Joshua in spectacular fashion knock out the guy who gave Tyson Fury hell. So, I mean, it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I'm going to say the winner of Fury and Usyk will be, in my opinion, the number 1 heavyweight in the world. But Anthony Joshua, man, he looks like he's better. He looks like he's getting better instead of worse.
Bruce, real quick. Now, when Gundu came, he just came from martial arts and fighting. It was for big money, right?
Oh yeah.
Now I believe if he would have waited 4, 5, or 6 fights, you'll see a different person. He's a martial artist, and when he got in that ring, Anthony Joshua, his skills in terms of boxing, and you see a Gundu movement, it was like amateur. But he's big and strong. He's big and strong. Huh?
He was an amateur.
Yeah, big and strong.
It was an amateur against a professional. It was a slaughter.
Yeah, he was big and strong. His muscles, he looked good.
So that goes right back to our question. Does that make Anthony Joshua the best heavyweight in the world right now?
No.
No, because he beat
He did
somebody
what
that's
he
a
was supposed
martial
to do.
artist.
So who is?
He did exactly what he was
Oh,
supposed to do.
yeah, he did. He did. And it was an easy job. It was an
Yeah.
easy job. Agano needed at least five more fights, and a good teacher behind him.
But he
You would
still,
see something.
the same thing still would have happened, man. You know, it's different
No, I
levels.
believe if
Different
he would
levels.
have somebody that keep his D, his stuff in tight, learn how to block and slip and do that a couple of fights, because he got heart, I do believe that it'll be a good chance. 5 fights. Look, I fought Larry Holmes at 12 fights. I only had five amateur fights. I had I had 7. I had 7 amateur fights.
But that's
I had
you.
7.
That's you.
Huh?
That's
No.
you.
My
That's
trainer got me. I understand you, but my trainer got me there. I wouldn't have did that if it was. Look, I lost to Marvis Frazier in the amateurs. My last amateur fight. They would not touch me after I got the new trainer. They wouldn't come nowhere near me. I lost my very first amateur fight. I was with this other guy, and then when I left the other guy and went with Slim, I started winning fights. I started doing that. So, look, man. That means a lot. The person that's showing you your stuff.
But I'm saying, before that, did you believe in your ability? Before that?
Before
Slim started training you, did you believe in your ability before Slim started training?
Yeah. Okay, good question. I could believe as much as I want to believe, but if I don't get taught to block that shot and slip and work, that belief in me is still going to be in me, but I'm going to get knocked out. You got to have that person there to show you how to put it over here, to show you how to do this. And if you don't have that, you can get up that ladder, but you're going to.
You saying the first the trainer before you got the Slim didn't show you all that?
No, he didn't know. He didn't know all that. And I lost my first my first amateur fight. He put me in there my first amateur fight with a 4-time Golden Glove, the Spanish dude. I had blood in my mouth, and then I won 5 straight, and then I lost to Marvis Frazier in the amateur decision. Then I got a new trainer. I found out that Larry Holmes wanted me to be a sparring partner. He heard about me, and they told my trainer. My trainer didn't tell me, so I left. And when I went up there, I found out there was trainers better than him.
Yeah.
There's trainers, yeah. And that's when I realized it. So when I got with Slim, that's when all my confidence started really building. I had a good trainer behind me. And that's what happens. That's what happened to me. I'm giving credit to the person that taught me.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't in my corner, I don't think I would have made it that far.
Yeah.
Nice. George.
Everybody say George know Slim. George knows Slim.
Know him quite well.
George, who do you have as the #1 heavyweight right now in your eyes?
Is this even a debate? I mean, people, let's use logic. It have to be Usyk, right? Usyk beat the man twice, right? He beat Anthony Joshua twice, right? Then we look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua went and knocked out this gentleman in Ghana who, if the judges, if they had given him that fight, it wouldn't have been too many arguments, right? So Usyk beat Joshua, who knocked out the guy that went the distance with Tyson Fury. Usyk also beat Joshua also beat what's his name, Joseph Parker, who went and beat Deontay Wilder. So by default, and Usyk is undefeated. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's beaten Anthony Joshua twice. So everybody's arguing now is the next best heavyweight or back to where he was at before. So until proven otherwise, the best heavyweight on the planet today is Usyk. I don't even see why we're even debating about it. It's not it's Usyk.
And he's easy to beat too. He's easy to beat. I'm telling you.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about today. If
I know
Alexander Usyk is the best heavyweight on the planet. He beat Anthony Joshua twice.
When did
It
he
would have
beat
been
Anthony
Tyson
twice?
Fury.
He beat him in the pros or the amateurs?
Oh no,
No,
he
bro.
beat him
The
in the pros, but they were
pros.
very close fights. One was a split decision, I believe, the last fight.
It
Oh,
So
doesn't matter
okay.
if
one
you
judge
get a
doesn't
split
think he beat him.
decision.
Yeah,
He beat him twice.
and
Alexander,
you know
while we didn't have
the argument is
who's the
that
best
Anthony
heavyweight
Joshua is
around?
getting better now than he was when he fought Usyk, based on
Who's
his
the best
performance,
heavyweight?
based on his last couple of performances.
Folks, we
He's
can
looked
talk
really
about
good.
performance. We can
No,
talk about everything else. But
the
let's
only
talk
way to
about
settle it, the only way to settle it is get him in the ring, man. That's the problem.
no.
In
But I'm
Kenny
saying
Witherspoon,
we're
in Kenny
asking
Witherspoon's day, the guys fought each other. Today, they gotta get a king's ransom just to get them together, and it takes a year. It takes all kind of bullshit, man. They're not putting the fights
Folks,
together.
that's not what I'm
Look what
arguing.
they did with Jake Paul
No,
and
that's not
Mike
what we're
Tyson.
arguing.
Boom! They put it together like that.
The question is, who's the best heavyweight? We're trying to put.
But we don't know yet, man.
Listen to what I'm saying. We're
I
trying to
said he
put
wasn't born yet,
objectivity.
man.
We're trying to put objectivity to a subjective adjective, best, right?
Okay.
If I say who's the fastest runner, I can tell you Usain Bolt has the world record, but we're trying to put objectivity to a subjective argument. And
Yeah,
trying to
but
do it in a way.
boxing, objectivity doesn't apply to boxing because these guys have to fight each other. Because you see, let's go back to the 70s, man. George Foreman beat Joe Frazier. He destroyed Ken Norton. Both of those two guys beat Muhammad Ali. So logic would say George Foreman is going to beat Muhammad Ali, but you throw all that shit out the window because they have to get in the ring. The thing is, back then, the fighters did get in the ring and they settled it. Today, we could argue all night on who's the best heavyweight. Until they settle it in the ring, it doesn't mean shit. Nah, but that's in your opinion. I don't think Usyk has fought anybody at heavyweight division to give him the claim of being the best heavyweight.
He beat Joshua twice.
Okay. One fighter. He beat one fighter. Who else? Danny Dubois? Come on, man. If he dominates Tyson Fury, then I'll give him his flowers. I think he's going to be the underdog against Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury comes in the way he looked like against Deontay Wilder, I think Tyson Fury is going to beat him up.
No. What happens when he beats Tyson Fury? What are you going to say?
Well, they're going to say he's the best, but that's why they're going to fight each other. That's what I'm not going to argue with you about because it's going to be settled in the ring.
No, I'm saying right.
And the whole thing in a nutshell is it's your opinion. It's your opinion.
That's
Everybody
right.
has their own opinion.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I'm showing you. I'm trying to show you some logic to my subject.
No logic.
There ain't no logic in boxing. There ain't no logic in boxing.
That's your logic. That's your logic, though. Your logic.
Yeah. Some logic is more logical than some.
Yeah.
Some logic is more logical than some. For you to tell
not because I'm his friend, not because I know George a long time, but I do agree with that. Not because I do know him. I'm saying that I would agree to that also. Just I don't. No, I'm just saying. That's what I would have said. I wouldn't say Tyson Fury, but the Usyk hasn't lost. And he's been winning and looking good, and he won the title, right?
Yes.
He won one version of the title. He won
one version.
Well, actually 3 versions. He's a unified, but he's not undisputed.
Don't we normally say, right? Let me say this: the best heavyweight is usually the world champion, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's say that. I would have said Tyson Fury was the best because he's undefeated. But this man allowed an MMA fighter that I believe Tim Witherspoon would have knocked out.
If I was his shape.
He gets him in training camp for 2 months and get him to throw that overhand right. Fury allowed him to go the distance, and it was a close fight. So that alone, they're both undefeated, allowed me to take Fury below Usyk. So Usyk is the best to me.
Fury wasn't in shape when he fought him.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Fury wasn't in no shape. Fury wasn't in shape.
No.
But George, he took him lightly, George. He took him lightly, George. Like it was fun.
Well, he allowed a guy who never had a pro Can I ask you guys this?
It happens
I
like
know,
that.
I know. Go ahead, George. Go ahead.
Let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Let me ask this question: if Sugar Ray Leonard allowed an MMA fighter who never had a professional fight to give him that problem and go the distance, what would you think of Ray Leonard?
Sugar Ray was always prepared, so you couldn't compare him.
No. Listen to the question
What
I'm
if?
asking.
What
Answer
if?
the question I'm asking. If Sugar Ray Leonard allowed, I don't care whether he's unprepared, he made weight and allowed an MMA fighter who's
It'd be
never
embarrassing.
had a boxing match to go
Embarrassing.
the distance with him and give him problem, what would we have thought of Sugar Ray Leonard?
It wouldn't happen.
No.
That's what I said.
Can I say this? Why don't
Something
you
was wrong
answer the
with him.
question I'm
Something was
asking?
wrong with him.
Let's answer the question I'm asking.
That's my answer. It wouldn't happen.
He took the guy lightly. He took the guy lightly and figured he could just knock him out.
Lightly, I'm saying if Ray Leonard had allowed somebody who never had a pro fight to go the distance with him and give him problems, come on, man.
It wouldn't
I don't care
happen.
if he partied all night and was in a club in Montego Bay drinking rum, that should not have happened.
Okay. All right.
He's a heavyweight champ. How you allow somebody who never had a professional boxing match to go to
Yeah.
give you that much
Style
problem?
make fights.
I don't think
Style make
that
fights, right?
I don't think he took him.
He
He didn't take him serious, George.
Huh?
He didn't take him serious either.
Tim, I could see if it was
Yes.
a guy who had 10 pro fights. This is a guy
Yeah.
who never had a professional boxing match, people.
No, you're right.
He
That's
went the
embarrassing.
distance with the world heavyweight champ. I don't care.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, people, you don't understand how egregious that is. A guy that never had a fight went the distance with the world heavyweight champ and could have won on some scorecards and dropped him. Not only did he go the distance, he dropped him.
He had the style for that.
People, I'm sick and tired of
He
this
had that style for that. He had that
What
style for that.
style? Who had the style? Who had the style? Who?
He had the style.
Folks,
He went the distance, didn't
folks, we're not gonna go there. The guy never had a pro fight. He went the distance.
No.
of the world. People don't really,
I'm saying,
people
what are
don't
you trying to
realize
say?
how
What are you
There are some fighters that look
He's
they look mediocre when they fight mediocre opponents, but when
Right.
they
He
fight
should have
great
knocked them
opponents,
out.
they look great, man. I mean, look at Salvador
should've-
Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez, when he fought guys like Pat Cardell, he looked mediocre. But
Right.
when he went in the ring with Wilfredo Gomez or Danny Red Lopez, he shined, man. Tyson Fury, he didn't have any inspiration when he went in there with Francis
Can I say
Ngannou.
this?
He just wanted to bag,
The
and
man-
man, Lord knows what he's putting up his schnoz. But Tyson Fury's in his own little world, bro.
Can I ask you a question? Which other professional world champion today would allow a guy making his professional debut to go the distance?
You right.
Name-
You
name
right.
one. Name
This
You're
is
right.
not the boxing that we grew up in, though, bro. It's
Okay,
crazy.
you right too.
All the
You
money.
right too.
Yeah, how much did Tyson Fury make in that fight, man? Fucking $30 million.
Jerome Booth is the world welterweight champ. Go get me a welterweight MMA fighter who's making his professional debut. Stick him in the
He
ring
knocking
with
him
me.
out.
Let's see how long that.
Nothing makes
He
sense
knocking him right
anymore.
out. He knocking him right out.
He's making his professional debut in boxing. Stick him in there with Terrence Crawford and let's see how long.
He
that
getting
lasts.
knocked right out. He getting knocked right out.
You know,
Take
Francis
the
Ngannou-
MMA champ, who's at 147 pound or whatever the weight class is, let him make his professional debut against Terrence Crawford. Let's see how long that lasts. And how are we going to get Crawford on a murder charge?
I'm saying,
Well, he'll never make
Look
it
what happened
because
to this other MMA guy. When
Huh?
Floyd, the Fort Floyd, the MMA guy, man. Conor McGregor. He went a few rounds with Floyd. And he was hitting Floyd.
My brother, Floyd acted like a pregnant mother in that fight. He carried him for a few rounds.
I'm
He
saying,
carried him for 9 months and delivered him. Floyd
I'm
carried
saying,
him. Come on, if you believe
I'm
that.
saying,
he didn't worry about the fight. He didn't worry about the fight, or else he never would have took it.
I want to sell to you if you believe that. Floyd carried him like a mother for 9 rounds. Oh, how many rounds?
but I'm
He
saying,
carried him.
so what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to get at? Well, I'm saying,
All I'm trying to say is, am I the only one that's shocked that a debut in heavyweight, and I'm back to why I say Usyk is the best heavyweight. If we agree that we got two that we would have considered because they're undefeated world heavyweight champ.
But that's
Tyson
still your
Fury.
opinion, though, man.
If
Just like we have opinions. Same thing.
everybody,
And you're giving Usyk your designation as the best heavyweight pretty much by default because he didn't fight.
I'm
He
telling
didn't fight a bum.
he beat Tyson. He beat Anthony Joshua twice, and he's undefeated and he's world heavyweight.
Oh, at the time, was Anthony Joshua the best heavyweight, or was Tyson Fury? Now, mind you, Tyson Fury just got through beating up Deontay Wilder. So, who was the best heavyweight in the world back a few years ago? Joshua or Wilder?
Joshua Wilder. Can I say something? We can't answer the question.
Come on, man.
That wasn't the question. The question at hand is who's the best heavyweight today. We're not going back. We're talking about
I
today,
told you that he wasn't born yet.
on Sunday.
It's your opinion, my brother. It can be debated till the sun comes up tomorrow morning, and it's the way you feel. You put Usyk as the best heavyweight in the world. Some people put Tyson Fury as the best heavyweight in the world. Some people are calling Joshua as the best heavyweight in the world. I ain't gonna argue with any of them. That's their opinion.
He lost twice to Usyk.
I still think Fury beats Usyk.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm talking about today.
I'm talking about today. When they do fight, I believe that Fury wins by split decision.
And I think that Joshua today beats Fury today too.
Usyk is going to beat.
No, because the martial art god made Joshua look really good. You know, the martial arts god made Joshua look really good, even though Joshua was ready, but he made him look really, really good. So now is a different opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Tim,
he made him look, but now if he fought somebody else,
I don't
go ahead.
look at that fight. Tim, I could imagine you in the ring with an MMA guy.
Oh, in shape though. I gotta be in shape.
No, you in shape against Francis Ngannou. How many rounds is gonna last?
I'll probably get in shape. I'd have stepped right to him because I knew that he don't have all the skills that he's supposed to. He in there because of you know, them trying to switch over from martial arts to this. He had a name, he was the champ, and that was the thing. You know, he was the martial arts champ, and that's what sold the fight. Yes. And he came over to fight the champ. That's what sold the fight. But straight up, he should, he got knocked out.
Yeah.
He got knocked out because he met the best with the boxing.
Too. And remember one thing too: the heavyweight championship of the world is based on lineage, and we don't really have a lineage champ, or the lineage champion is Tyson Fury. So they have to settle it in the ring, man. Everybody has opinions on who the best is, and it's got to be the man who beat the man who beat the man. Like my brother Tim Witherspoon there, he beat the man twice.
Who was that? I beat twice.
I got hit the first time around, and the second time around, man. Who did you win that title off the second time, bro?
Tony Tubbs. Tony Tubbs and Greg Page.
It cost you $25,000. You had to go to rehab. I mean, bro, talk about a crazy different time.
I was smoking the weed. I got in trouble. It was my birthday. It was my birthday, December 27th. And I fought Tubbs on the 16th of January. And so they had a little party for me where we was training down in Georgia. And so these guys was outside smoking weed. And I was like, oh, man. And I wasn't thinking about the fight. So I went out there and I took about 7 drags. I was out there and I just thought about it after. That's what happened. They took $25,000. They took $25,000 and they sent me to the rehab. They laughed me out the rehab.
They sent you to rehab for weed?
Yeah. And I went into rehab. I had to get up in front of the people and say, hey, my name's Tim Witherspoon. I'm I'm a heavyweight champion of the world. And I'm here because I smoke marijuana. And don't you know, everybody was like scratching. They was like,
What?
I'm a heroin, I'm a cocaine addict. He said, there's like, it's nice for you to be here, but we need this more than you do.
You're like, go do some more research.
They act like I was an outsider just for smoking weed. I was like, yeah, I'm here because of that. And they was like, they're scratching their head for weed. All these hardcore heroin, cocaine addicts.
Hey Tim, what do you think of Danny Garcia now that I'm not Danny Garcia or Ryan Garcia? He's going to a state that tests for weed. You think that's messing with Ryan's head because that fight could be called a no contest if he's got weed in his system to a certain level? What do you think of that? What do you think of Ryan Garcia with his problem going on right now?
When you got a problem smoking weed, his problem is defense. That's all. But you saying he has a problem smoking weed?
Yeah, he admitted he's a heavy smoker at the press conference, and he's going to New York. He could end up like you, man. He could end up in rehab, $25,000 fine. They threaten to take your title away, right?
He better get some golden seal. That'll take out in 10 days. Well, depending on how much you smoke, golden seal.
In 25 years.
Now, golden seal will get it out in 10 days.
You guys don't even know what golden seal is, man. That hasn't worked in 25 years.
I've been using it. I passed the test. Golden seal is an herb that you take, and I take it, and it'll get it out your system in 10 days. So if you in jail, wait, bro, if you in jail and you in jail and they find golden seal in your urine, you go back to jail. Even the jail know about it. The prisons know about it.
That's what I was just going to say. It's a diuretic and it'll clear the drugs out of your system, but then they're going to find you positive for golden seal and they're going to know you used it to mask the drugs. So golden seal doesn't work anymore. But it is good for you because it does clean the shit out of your system. And guys like us,
vinegar. But I found this out too, Bruce. Vinegar and water hides the test for so many hours, then you test positive again. So if you take vinegar and mix it with the water and drink it, you would test negative, but after it wears off, you'll test positive again. So they know that too. Yep, vinegar and water.
I hope we don't have no boxers on there listening.
Right. These are not the views of Hardcore's Hangout.
This is only the opinion of our guests. This is not the opinion of the host of this show.
Cost me 25,000. So
that was 1980 money.
Huh? Oh yeah.
That was 25,000 back in what? 1986, 87? No. 85, I believe it was.
85 or something like that. Yeah, it was back. Yeah, you know more than I know about it.
That'd be $100,000 today.
Yeah. It was crazy. People saying you got in trouble. They took that money for you for just smoking weed. I said, what? About 10 drags? I took about 10 drags. Yep.
You went up 3 now. It was 7 earlier.
I think it was 7. 10. That's all. It was my birthday's on the 27th of December, and they had it down in Georgia. Martin Luther King, his birthday and stuff. So that Don King surrounded that fight with because it was around Martin Luther King's birthday, and they had it. It was pretty cool.
All right.
Wow.
They gave him a Black History Month bow.
So let me real quick say a couple of things. And because I'm a real good defensive guy, a lot of these guys' career could have gotten saved, or they could have did a lot better, or not get knocked out or got hit with the punch if their trainer was showing defense too. Everybody just doing offense, trying to fight like the Shell. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna do a show, and the Shell is not what they doing. The Shell is not what they doing. There's only one particular thing, and you tighten up. That's the Shell. When my trainer, when I was little, I was around Georgie Benton, Hank Durham, Slim Robinson, all the good trainers. Nobody mentioned Philly Shell to me. Willie the Worm Monroe, Cyclone Heart. Let me get my belt up here.
They
Let me
just
say this to you. Everybody talking about the Philly Shell, and I never heard it until I retired. So I'm gonna do a podcast. I'm gonna do a podcast. That Philly Shell ain't this stuff. Like it ain't this stuff. Like we're flipping like that. It's only one thing at the Philly Shell, and I used to see all the old heads in Philly out on the corner boxing, and it was like tighten your shell up, and it's not this stuff that that everybody's doing out there. So we're gonna do a podcast, and it's not the Philly Shell. The Philly with a shell. A shell don't be moving around. It's just a tight defense. But everybody's saying Philly Shell, and I didn't hear it until I retired. I never heard Willie the Marone, Cyclone Heart, even Joe Frazier. I was with him. I never heard nobody say Philly Shell. So that's something that somebody created in the last couple, like maybe 5 years or 10 years. I never heard Philly Shell.
I was on a panel with James Toney, and somebody asked him about the Philly Shell. He said, "I use no Philly Shell. What are you talking about?" And you know the way James Toney says it, "What are you talking about, Philly Shell?" It's like
he don't fully do his defense, or he just turn over a lot. And then one time I was shocked because I seen him go on this side. He always roll this way and come back the right hand. He'll go boom, and then I seen him turn this way. I said, "Oh, I wonder if somebody told him to slip on that side." Because he's always turn and throw his right hand, right? And keep his hands up like that. Somebody didn't completely show him the whole movement. So he kept coming to the right all the time. But he could punch his ass off, though. He could punch. He could punch.
No doubt. Well, listen here, fellas. I appreciate you all making another old timers panel, man. Another successful one.
Champ is here, man.
Yeah, Tim Witherspoon, man.
Stuff,
Yo, I appreciate you, man, coming in and just giving us the game, man. Just telling us a little bit more about yourself that we didn't know about before, man. And we appreciate.
Thank you.
That.
We gotta
do this.
We gotta make things happen. Yeah, we gotta make things happen. I'm seeing my old friend George. That's my man. Got plenty of knowledge. And I'm meeting your guys. I come on again. I'm trying to get my my podcast back on the roll. You Bruce know the whole deal. It's not no big deal. But did Viking Samurai win?
Say that again.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to mixed martial arts. So I don't know.
Okay. No, but he fought down at Celebrity Boxing in Atlantic City last night.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. I'll check it out later on, man. I know you told me your laptop's down, and I'll text you the results of it. Okay.
No problem. Yeah. So there was some fights down there, guys. Damon Feldman, Celebrity Boxing, and stuff. And so they, George already know. And what's his name? The Viking Samurai. Yeah, Viking Samurai. I was supposed to train him and stuff, and we didn't really work anything out. So, but I still supported him. Like if he win, everything good. But he had a fight down on Celebrity Boxing last night, and there was some other fights down there too, Damon Feldman. But I didn't go down.
Cool, bro. Hey, man, I want to thank you myself for coming on here, bro. You're the man. You always come through in the clutch, baby. This is the old timers show over here, and
thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for having me on. Yeah.
Tim, only thing I'm waiting on, man. You have so much knowledge, and you have such an interesting story. When is the book coming out?
That book, it came out, but I'm glad that they stopped. They were selling, the people in England was selling the book, and I didn't know it. Somebody called me and said, "Hey, I read your book, man. It was a real good book, mate. It was a good book, mate." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I bought your book." So I called the dude and told him to stop selling it and stuff. So I'm glad it happened because a lot of things happened since then. If I do something, a lot of stuff happened, man. Since that book was made about 10 years ago, man, a lot of things that'll be interesting. Update, yep.
You can have more than one book. There are about 3 that I have on Sugar Ray Robinson. Ali have several books.
Ooh, yep. I got 10 children. I got. I'm the fourth oldest
You
of
can have
10
more than one
kids.
Tim book.
Oh, you this Tim?
I'm saying you can have more than one book. Ray Robinson
Right.
there's several
I'm
books.
gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna
Okay.
give you a call. I got a couple of things. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
All right,
Anytime
mate.
you need me on George, just give me. He said, "All right, mate. All right, mate.
All right.
Okay.
All right. See you guys. Thank you very
Appreciate
much. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, champ. Thank
Right.
you.
Nope. All right. Thank you, man.
Champ was
See,
here.
see you
That's
on the
right.
next one. See you on the next one. Okay.
He's trying to hang his phone up. He's having problems.
No. All
Okay.
right. I got it. Here we go.
There we go.
That was beautiful, man.
Oh,
That was beautiful.
I loved him. I've met him a couple of times personally. You know, we went and had breakfast together. Just a great guy, man. And boxing royalty, like you said when you saw him in the back room, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. They don't make a mold like that anymore, brother. I mean, this is when the heavyweight champion of the world was the baddest man on the planet. You know.
Plus, he's still good mentally too, man.
Yeah, that's what I like. He still got his faculties, man. That's good. You know, and one thing we can say about him, he believes in defense.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He believes in defense, man.
He still got his faculties, man.
Yes, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. But listen here, fellas. I appreciate you all showing up like y'all always do. Until next week, same bad time, same bad channel.
And we about Batman.
Oh man. y'all take it easy, man. Other than that, it's your boy Jay, hardcore boxing news. I appreciate the chat hanging out, man. I hope you all enjoyed this one, man. We had a chance to have a heavyweight champion, former heavyweight champion of the world, man, come up in here and bless us with his time, man, and his stories, man. So I hope you all appreciated it. I know I did. I would have never thought I'd be on here live with Tim Witherspoon today. So listen here, man. I appreciate Lottie Dolly and everybody. Hey, right back at you tomorrow morning, man. Same bad time, same bad channel. Other than that, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. I'm out of here. How you turn this damn thing off? Okay, and I'm out.